a cherry on top 너무 뻔한 건 다 저리 치워봐봐 생각보다 꿈이 좀 높아 Really really me I'm a cherry on top yeah
Everyone, welcome back to my channel. A little while ago, I did a poll on my Twitter account about what video should I do next, and the ranking EXID's title tracks got the most votes, so today I will be doing my personal ranking of them, if it wasn't already obvious. EXID are my ults and were one of the groups that got me interested in K-pop, so I thought this would be an interesting video for myself to do. Just a disclaimer that these are only my personal rankings. Just because a song was put at a lower ranking doesn't mean I hate the song, only that I might prefer other tracks over that one song, so Legus, please don't attack me. Now with that said, let's begin. Not even sure this is surprising, to be honest, but let me explain. After 3 members had left the original lineup in their debut on February 2012, Seulgi and Hyolyn were then added to EXID with Hani, Jungwoo and Ellie after, and on August, they released their first title track together as 5 members called I Feel Good, and ever since, this was the song that the girls mainly acknowledged as their debut song because of course it's when we got 5XID, but because of this, most Legus pretty much ignore the existence of Who's That Girl, and that's perfectly fine. I don't really have an issue with that, but that's not the reason why I put it as my least favorite. For me the song kinda gets boring after a while and I barely listen to it nowadays.
I love you like la 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 la.
Yes you guys, I know, what is wrong with me, but y'all please hear me out before you fight me. When Banana Culture announced that we were finally getting a comeback with all the 5 girls together after Seulgi's recovery, I almost lost my shit and I was so excited to see them all promote together again, so I cherish I Love You era for that, and it's one of my favorite comebacks of 2018. And I can't even lie, I liked the song instantly at first, but now, I don't mind listening to it, but it just became one of the EXID songs that I only listen to once in a while, and it's most likely because I overplayed it so much LMO. But trust me, it's not like I'm a complete anti of I Love You, but it's just something I don't listen to a lot anymore. Up and Down is probably the girls' most popular track. Literally everyone and their mother knows it, and the hip thrust dance like OMG we love, an iconic song, but it wasn't even the first one of theirs that I heard. But obviously as I started to get into EXID, it would have been impossible for me to not find this song. When I first heard Up and Down, I was watching the music video with it too, and not gonna lie, I thought it was weird as fuck at first, but now I don't mind it. I think the only reason it's pretty low in the list is because how repetitive it gets. But Up and Down is still a cunty girl, period.
I'm feeling it, and I feel good. Hey everybody, I feel good. Hey everybody, I feel good. Hey everybody.
The first time I listened to this song, I thought it was very interesting because it reminded me of the popular sound that groups with girl crush concepts like 21 had during second generation K-pop transitioning to third generation K-pop. EXID literally rookies of 2012 period LMO, but anyways, I Feel Good was a cute song for its time, but as of now, I think the song can sound generic most of the time, but when I give it that occasional listen on shuffle, it still sounds so catchy to me.
Ah yeah,
I think this ranked low for the same reason as I Love You, that I overplayed it a lot. However, I actually still like this song. A lot of people believe this is the carbon copy of Up and Down from the structure of the song to the dance, but I disagree. Even though some aspects of the songs are similar, I still think this was a good comeback after Up and Down. It had good promotions. It had an amazing video. It's definitely their best music video in my opinion. And the bridge will always add 100 years to my lifespan. So Our Year isn't their best title, but it's a good song and I think it's one of their best comebacks.
Go on, so hey, I'll break 그때야 너는 태어나지 말았어야 해. And I
thought at first this song would be a little higher in this list, like probably the top 5, because I enjoy Lie a lot, but when I had to compare with the other title tracks, I realized a lot of things. Like I said before, I still really enjoy Lie, and Lie Era was such a blessing, but I don't know, it just seems like I only like the 2 beat drop parts of the song and Ellie's rap, but the other verses aged for me. I of course mean no disrespect to Hani, Jungwoo, Seulgi and Hyolyn, because they still worked hard and sounded amazing on the song, but that's just how I feel.
everybody know.
OMG, this song, this video, the choreo, literally the definition of cunty. Hot Pink solidified EXID as queens of sexy concepts, period. I don't usually like repetitive choruses, but there's just something about the pink hot parts that makes me lose my shit. And Jungwoo's part, OMG, she literally owned this era and no one is telling me otherwise. Hot Pink will never not be one of my faves, like I can't stress this enough. EXID finally released this with the We album. I was literally so excited, just like I get every time when the girls have a comeback. But this time more people didn't really like the song, and it was usually because of the noisy beat drop. I can't even lie to you guys. At the first listen I wasn't sure that I was actually going to like the song because of that part. But the more I listened to Me and You, the more I loved it. And I honestly think the beat drops in the chorus and towards the end of the song were my most favorite parts, as well as the verses and pre-chorus. OMG, I just love Seulgi and Hyolyn's voices. This comeback in general was really special to me and the album is so good, please go listen to it, I definitely recommend it. So I'm not sure if people already know this, but DDD is what introduced me to the group, and as soon as I saw the music video I immediately fell in love with the girls and their sound. Like they all looked so good during this era, and even though Seulgi was still recovering from her illness at the time, her voice really stood out to me the most after Hani's. I literally imagine how Seulgi would have suited this comeback so much. The song as a whole is just so good and everyone snapped. Literally the song of the year 2017, period. Never stress enough of how great this song is. EXID were definitely experimenting with a different concept than what they were used to doing at this time, and they did an amazing job with it. I still get so mad on why people slept on this song. It's either because it was OT4 or that it wasn't the type of sexy concept that they usually did. If this applies to you, then you're tasteless. Sorry, I don't make the rules. But all jokes aside, I really love this song and the looks of this era so much. and Hyolyn really shined during this era. I'm happy that she was able to showcase more of her vocals that wasn't often shown in EXID's prior title tracks compared to the ones released after night rather than day. Another title track and era that really showed EXID's versatility and, once again, that non-Legos always sleep on. The girls definitely suited this retro sound and concept very well, and they definitely took their time to research and look into inspirations to portray this retro concept in the best way that they could. I also think that Ellie did a great job to produce that 80s-90s sound for Lady like OMG Ellie, best producer point blank period, but you aren't ready for that conversation yet. And Hyolyn's high note, can you say legendaric, literally vocalist of the century. LMO, but anyways, this song is the definition of flavor, I don't care if you say otherwise. Superior EXID title track, sorry I don't make the rules. The sound of Every Night is so soothing and relaxing, like this really can change my mood, of course in a good way. And it's so underrated, like some of you need to stop sleeping on talent. I honestly think each of the members shined in their own ways in both the song and the era as a whole. Seulgi, Hyolyn, Jungwoo and especially Hanni's vocals were showcased well in this song, and Ellie's rap snapped, but we been new. The stage looks weren't exactly the most show-stopping outfits ever, but in my opinion, they suited the song and concept of Every Night as well as the choreo. Its only flaw is that Hyolyn only got one line, but besides that, the song has yet to age and still sounds amazing after every listen, and no one is telling me otherwise. So that's all for today's video. This was the hardest thing I have ever done, OMG guys, like I changed these rankings so many times and I wanted to add explanations even though they were low-key trash, which was probably why it took me almost a whole week to make this video, LMO. So I'm sorry that this took so long to post, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned for more upcoming videos that I'm so hyped to make and show you. See you guys again soon.